Hello everyone and welcome back to Backlog Banter. My name is Tucker and this is Abram Buhner, the Sonic shirt wearing Abram Buhner. Today we are here to watch the first full gameplay of Sonic Frontiers as given to us, presented to us by IGN. We're going to react, we're going to discuss it, but if you want to talk to us about Sonic or Pokemon, there's Pokemon news today, of course the more important news, you can join our Discord, link at the top of the description. Also, watch our other videos, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, ring the bell. You know what to do. You
Tucker,
are an intelligent human being.
it's Sonic season. We are in our Sonic arcs. We kind of fell off that train for a little bit, excited to do finals and such, but we played between us, like 6 or 7 Sonic games in the course of like 10 days.
Yeah.
The point is, yeah, it's Sonic time.
It's Sonic time. And we're going to just watch this and give our thoughts. 3,
Right, you ready?
2, 1, go.
Okay.
Okay, so Sonic's standing very high.
Immediately, not.
IGN
Oh,
first for the month of June.
a gentleman's talking to us.
It's all about Sonic Frontiers.
Oh, yeah.
We've got gameplay, we've got previews, and we've got.
It's not only Sonic season, it's Sonic Frontiers season.
All month long, we'll be
Good
diving
point.
deep into what you can expect when the game makes its way to you later down
Okay.
the road.
Later down the road,
First
note
up,
that.
We've got the world premiere gameplay focusing
That doesn't
on
sound like
exploring the
2022 to me.
mysterious island that Sonic suddenly finds himself stranded on at the start
Okay,
of the game.
so there's an
Be sure
island.
to stick with IGN throughout June so you don't miss anything. Until then, here's your
The-
first
t-
look at gameplay from
This
Sonic.
might be a weird thing to say, but this gives me Shadow of the Colossus vibes visually.
I don't think that's weird. I think that's what people said. They called it Sonic of the Colossus when it first...
Oh.
Wow, look,
I mean-
okay, the grass is very high quality.
We got a piano theme in the background. We got shit popping in. That's not a great look for your initial trailer, but
They definitely recognize that this is very Breath of the Wild / Shadow of the Colossus inspired.
you're picking up gems. You're punching shit.
Yeah. Whoa. You got a little ground pound?
You have that in some. Oh,
Oh, going up walls. I like that.
What I'm curious about is like, what are you doing here? And I don't not the
Sonic.
narrative justification. You're fucking. I don't care if you're fucking looking for chili dogs. And that's the entire plot of the game.
I
Right?
hope it is.
Were those regional? Were those purple coins?
Aram, that would mean that this would be a good game. Which we can't make that claim. Interesting.
I will say, Tucker, it is.
Oh, he doesn't automatically run, he has to... Oh, okay, yeah, you can run.
It's definitely looking methodical. And one of my, I was talking with my roommate about this. Something we were thinking about is like, you're making an open world Sonic game. Do you make him fast? Do you make him slow? And it looks like we're somewhere in the middle.
Oh,
here.
he's a little bit jittery there.
Yeah.
What is this? Whoa! Homing attack. Swing!
The
Okay.
game certainly seems like well, I don't know. It seems like this seems like a game that is not imminently going to release. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, like a November release date or something like that?
This to me feels like a 2023 type of situation.
Oh, sure. Wait, so there was nothing up there? What? I thought he was gonna, like, get a big thing.
I figured it was almost gonna be like, you know, like a Ubisoft tower type of deal there.
Whoop, that popped in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's technical stuff that feels peculiar here.
I'm not sure how I feel about just, like, things floating in the air randomly, but
Yeah,
that's not particularly important, I guess.
Well, when I think about Sonic, I think about the detail of the environments you're in. You know?
Oh, a little bit of a Forcer-style cutscene there.
Sure.
What was that? Why would you zip past that point?
I don't know. Oh, you can knock over cairns.
Yeah, you can. Okay, it does seem pretty smooth, though, in terms of the movement.
Yeah, people were saying that it didn't look great movement-wise. I think it looks compelling. I'm curious. Are you familiar with the Sonic Speed Simulator, like the Roblox thing? Have you seen that on Twitter?
No.
There's an official Sonic game in Roblox, and apparently the movement's fucking awesome.
Yeah?
And like, there's a real sense of speed there, and you can like break the zones really well.
Oh, look at that.
I'll be interested in the case of this game.
It just
how
kind of
much
seems
speed
you're
you can
fucking
build up.
around. Like,
Yeah,
no
I like-
clear direction.
I like a fuck around game, but there's a difference between fucking around what feels like a tech demo environment and fucking around in a game that you just fuck around in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or sorry, fart around. We don't like to swear here on the channel.
that's a great point. We never curse, ever. What, so he keeps doing, like, this air kick. That doesn't
Here's
seem
a-
to do much.
Well, in the boost games, you do those similar moves in the air to refill your boost gauge.
Oh, well, that's certainly possible. Look at
It's
these.
possible.
Look at these jackal statues.
What I'm curious about, Tucker, is do you think this game has no UI? There's no way.
There's got to be a ring counter somewhere, right?
There's got to be a ring counter, and I would assume there's got to be a boost meter if this is boost gameplay, but I need to pay closer attention to
Well,
see if Sonic is.
I don't know if there really would need to be. Oh, okay. Nope. He was. It really looked like he was going to go interact with that, but then. Okay, so is this a little environmental puzzle here? Oh yeah, look, he's doing the zap thing.
Okay. Tucker, is this a spiritual successor to Pokemon Ranger?
God, I hope so. Okay, so that ping unlocked a dewdrop.
A doohickey.
Look at this thing.
Now,
There's-
like, that felt like that should have been like you go down there and a fucking boss and then he shows up, you know?
Yeah. Oh well, look, there was a little point there. I bet if you activate
sure.
that, then a puzzle or a combat encounter will appear.
But my question, Tucker, is
Wingull!
why aren't Sonic doing that then?
Yeah, maybe those parts of the game haven't been completed yet. Look at that little flower field. There's a nice little flower field. Ooh, this is a nice dense forest.
Yeah, like parts of this game do look nice, although you can clearly see like the shadows and grass popping in front of Sonic.
Yeah, but I don't think that's that big of a deal though, honestly.
No, Tucker, trust me. In the games we play on
Yeah.
fucking Switch over here, we're not gonna be. We're not.
God,
gonna be
I wonder how this
dependent
is
on-
gonna look on Switch.
Is this confirmed for Switch?
Oh, absolutely. Why would it not come out on Switch? Am I stupid, or I thought it was coming out on everything? I can look that up.
I don't think so, but maybe
Sonic Frontiers.
one of us is wrong.
Yep. Oh, hey, look, a puzzle. A puzzle. What?
Sure, this is this is a classic Sonic gameplay archetype here.
Oh, you have to touch them all in order though. But how? Or without stepping off?
Yeah. Yeah, Sonic. Okay, go down. Go
Oh,
up,
I see.
go up.
Oh, that's pretty smart. Oh, look at you, Sonic.
But my
What does
question,
that do? It unlocks a. It looks like a fucking tomato berry.
the situation, Tucker, is this. This is the gameplay reveal of your game, right?
Yeah.
Why aren't you? If you're not gonna do like a gameplay trailer, if you're gonna show uncut gameplay, why can't
unquote.
we see the things you're interacting with? You know what I
Look
mean?
at this thing. Building up a charge, and
Just letting it go.
letting the ping happen. Oh, that was it.
Wait, that was 7 minutes?
That went by pretty fast.
That went by really fast.
Yeah. Okay.
Genuinely, I would have said we were like 3 minutes into that trailer, to be honest.
Yeah.
With you.
Well, I think it actually was just slower than we thought. But I mean, it's still like he was still doing quite a bit. But it's okay. All right, let's discuss. Let's
Let
talk
me-
about this.
Let me look up Sonic Frontiers IGN first. I wonder if there's more
It's coming out on
detail.
Switch. Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had this
It
fucking
says 2022 as well.
as of when?
I don't fucking know. Initial release date 2022. It says upcoming 2022 game.
It seems to me, Tucker, and I might be wrong here, but yeah, world premiere gameplay from Sonic Force. They literally all they have on this page, Tucker. If you go to IGN first, Sonic
Yeah.
Forces or Sonic Frontiers, sorry, it says the moment you've all been waiting for is here. Sonic Frontiers gameplay debuts right here as part of the IGN first for the month of June.
Mhm.
That's it. That's the entire article.
Yeah, well, I
Okay.
think that the interesting thing about this is going to be. I think this is going to be a pretty interesting way to reveal a game, quote unquote. We got a cinematic. We got the tease of the gameplay reveal yesterday, which was very strange. But now we presumably will be getting bi-weekly or more updates about this game, information about this game. So I'm really not disappointed by how little we saw here, because I do think that they have a plan in terms of how they're going to be rolling out different aspects of this game information-wise.
Here's Tucker. We're Marvel fans here.
Unfortunately, yeah.
It's okay. You can admit it here. You enjoy Marvel. Remember, there's a part in Guardians of the Galaxy, which we recently reviewed on UMP card in the
great
corner, in which Rocket, where they're fucking discussing it, and Peter Quill's like, "Oh, I got part of a plan." And they're like,
Yeah.
how much of a plan? Like 10%. No, that's
Yeah.
not even barely an idea, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel about this marketing structure. And because ultimately, I think you're right. We obviously are going to see more. I mean, there's like a contractual obligation to throughout the month of June reveal stuff.
Yeah,
But it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me
sure.
because I want to know about the game, and while I will be checking back in to see all the updates for Sonic Frontiers, are other people going to be?
Yeah, I think maybe
Yeah.
my problem with this is nothing that we saw. We'll talk a little bit more about our game. Jesus, the gameplay, what we feel about that. But in
Okay.
terms of the rollout structure here,
Yeah.
the weirdest part is that we did not start with a trailer, a
point.
flashily edited trailer with some epic music that's cutting back between running around the open world and doing some
Yeah.
puzzles and stuff like that. They started with the middle stuff. This isn't the exciting end with the release date and like a big boss like happening. This isn't the reveal. This is the middle stuff. This is the watching you walk around the open world and not complete anything necessarily, but just like
Yeah.
exist. And that's a very peculiar choice, and not certainly not one I would have made.
Yeah, no,
But
because
also, Yuji Naka's smoking crack or whatever. So
I don't think Yuki Jaka's gone. He's that
I know.
fucking balanced
I know.
Cheetos.
God, I can't wait for Balan to be a huge franchise.
Here's the thing about it. This is just not the best foot forward for the game.
Mhm.
And that's the problem. Because like everything we saw there was basically contextless. And again, it's not about
Yeah.
the narrative. As I said, I don't really care about the narrative framing, but I'm like, what is the
Point.
gameplay impetus here? Get
Yeah.
the point. Like, why am I fucking going up this tower?
Mhm.
What's gonna happen when I walk on that little treadmill?
Yeah.
What are
Well, you
these
get a
like
Tawna
crystal
berry.
fruit? Like, right. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I just don't understand because it doesn't feel mystical either, you know?
Mhm.
It's not like yesterday's teaser felt way more like alluring than this because it's
Mm.
like, ooh, boom, here's a quick you run around the guy and you fucking hurt him. And like, ooh,
Yeah.
I wonder what that means. And ooh, you run on the treadmill. But this is like, oh, we're just kind of walking around a field, right?
Yeah, I think directionless is
Sure.
the word I would use to describe this trailer because it was uncut gameplay. Of course, it was cut
It
different.
was
sec-
cut. So
It was
that's the
cut.
thing.
It was cut gameplay, but it was so long that it felt uncut. It was
Yeah.
it was it was a circumcised video.
Spe-
Circumcised gameplay.
They were edging us, Tucker, because we would get so close to seeing like what a
Mm.
waypoint would do, and then they're like, no, not yet.
Yeah, but where was I even going with that? Continue what you're saying.
I mean, basically, I'm kind of done talking about the marketing because ultimately I don't really give a turkey, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, transitioning into the actual stuff we saw, though, I do think that it's interesting that they focused pretty much only on where I was going with directionless is like you can just jump off a thing and keep going somewhere else, and then
Yeah.
combo onto a new rail grinding thing and shoot some rings and stuff like that. It's like that seems reasonably compelling for a very brand new format for Sonic in terms of what you're doing in between important and exciting things. I'm totally fine with this, but I think the directionless part is it wasn't leading to anything. And those times where they blue balled us by he walked up to the little marker and he finished the puzzle and got the fruit, but what does the fruit do, or the dewdrop, or the
It's unclear to me whether or not this is like literal gameplay.
Sure.
What I mean is like when you fucking boot up Sonic Frontiers,
Mhm.
is this going to be what I'm playing? Am I going to actually be in this big empty environment with random rails and things
Mhm.
all over the place? Are those to demonstrate movement ideas, or is the world
Mm.
just basically made out of random platforms? Is there going to be a UI overlaid over the experience, or
There
is that just
probably will be, yeah.
well, that's where it gets weird. It's like this is raw footage, but it's cut footage, and it's doesn't even have a UI. So is it removed so you can see more, or is it removed because it's not done yet? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
sure.
Like it really does feel like fucking pre-alpha. It feels
Absolutely.
like we were watching some pre-alpha
Yeah,
stuff. Right
yeah.
there.
It feels like you remember that there was like a tech demo or an early version of Ukulele where it was like sort of an incomplete level where
Yeah.
they were showing off the animations and the movement for the characters. This is kind of what it feels like, but I would say obviously this is what the world is. It is a
Yeah.
very detailed world. It is wonderfully rendered. It does seem like things are placed so you can jump from one to the other. And I would pretty much bet that this is what you spend 75% of the game doing, or maybe that's a little bit too generous, but in terms of how much you want to explore, how much you enjoy just dicking around, this is the main hook. Is Sonic is an open world. There are
Yeah.
Sonic speedy things to do around this open world, but I'm more curious what these are leading to, why you
Yeah.
want rings, why you want the pink rings, what do those do in term as opposed to the normal rings? What are rings used for? What are these fruits for? What am I working towards? I presume that there are boss battles. We saw a tease of combat in the teaser trailer, but then that wasn't in here. And, like,
Right.
what is this drawing the lines thing? That could be pretty interesting, but we didn't see almost any of that.
Yeah. It just it feels like it's missing not only elements of its own gameplay structure, but elements of like what makes Sonic Sonic. to
Sure.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I don't think the trailer basically showed off movement, and I think it was Fidel on Twitter. I was like, oh, what does Fidel think of this? And I didn't want to watch his reaction because I didn't want to see the trailer, but he's like, oh, this was more like a movement trailer, and I think that's fair, but like. Has movement necessarily been Sonic's problem recently?
Mhm.
You know, even in Sonic Forces, I don't think the movement of classic Sonic is good. I don't think the movement of Sonic in 2D is good.
Yeah.
But in the 3D boost sections, the issue is far more like level design and
Yeah,
things.
absolutely.
And Sonic feels great in Generations and everything, but the real element that's been lacking across various 3D Sonic games has been the structure around Sonic.
Yeah.
How are we containing Sonic? How are we retaining his identity? You gotta fucking contain him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's weird
For your safety.
yes. What would have actually, I think Tucker even made more sense is take Sonic out of the world
Mhm.
and give us a fucking camera fly through over the environments, see the enemies, see level design, because I am assuming Sonic is going to run around and be fun to run around with.
Yeah.
But where are the enemies I'm fighting? Where's the
We didn't see,
personality?
I don't think we saw a single enemy in this.
We didn't see anything alive, I don't think.
Yeah.
And there is
Flowers.
there's certainly a feeling that this is empty. And I said this yesterday, but this was doubly true. Like, this is fucking vapid.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's going to be a major problem.
Yeah, I think it's interesting to call it empty or vapid because it clearly is missing things that will be. There has to be.
We would
enemies,
hope.
right? There has to be
Right.
more, or like these points he's zipping past. He is going past them. You can stop there and do this.
Sure.
I think that maybe it just doesn't feel quite right because Sonic is so moving so quickly and is so much about those grinding on the rails in the air and stuff that it appears empty, but like in movement and in gameplay, when you're actually like going from point to point, okay, if it takes you 30 seconds to get to the next thing, does it really matter if there's not much in between it? But also, we don't know what the loop of this is. I think that's where I'm
Right.
really curious. I'm sure I'll when I play this, because I am interested in this game.
I
it's
certainly
like
am gonna play
a
it.
huge step forward for Sonic, a very new idea, maybe a new identity. But when I play this, I'm sure I'm going to have fun jumping around and going off things. But is this focused on open world collectibles? Is it just like going for Korok seeds or Jiggies or whatever? Like, what am I? Why? You know, why?
Yeah, and that's just the question isn't answered. And again, it goes back to my question of like, when I play Sonic Frontiers on release day, which I will do.
Yeah. World's best
Is-
Sonic fan. You have a shirt.
I have 2 Sonic shirts actually. Is this going to be what I'm walking around in?
Yeah.
Again, because
I assume absolutely yes.
but what I mean is like, will there be more populated in the area?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it those enemies show up when you activate one of the waypoint things?
Yeah. Mm.
Because it's again, it's the challenge of bringing Sonic to a space like this.
Mhm.
Because you think about Odyssey, you think about Banjo-Kazooie. Hate to do that, but you do it. The reason that the platforms like that work is because they are slow, and you can fucking have Kazooie fucking running like a madman around.
Talon trotting.
Yeah, you can roll in Odyssey, whatever. You can build up speed, but the game is about stopping and peering around corners, right? But Sonic is about finding a flow state, about moving. And maybe the feeling was, if the world is open and empty, it doesn't matter because it's just about the way Sonic is moving around through it.
Yeah.
And that's fair, but I don't know if that's going to be fun. I mean, frankly, the most compelling the game looked is when Sonic was running super fast to that forest.
Yeah.
But like, that was just Sonic moving faster like an empty forest, you know? I wish we knew what the game's design intent was.
Yeah.
But
But
to go fast or does it go slow? Or is it to go middle?
it's very unclear from this
Yeah.
trailer because there were some moments where he just I don't even know what this person was doing, but they stop and just like walk around a little bit in a little area.
Yeah.
Like, but I also do think that this is I'm coming around to why they showed this first. It's not very exciting, but it is certainly what you're going to be doing for the vast majority of the game, and it does get me interested to learn about these extra things. I now have this for base context, so when they do show, okay, here's what the Hobbit is, here's what the puzzles are, here's what the bosses are, the story, the structure, the pacing, I can easily overlay that on, hey, for most of the game I'm going to be doing this, and this is what it's punctuated with. So it might actually end up, in the end, feeling like, oh, okay, I get why they started with this. But it is a peculiar first look.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair, but I
But
feel
it's
like,
definitely intriguing, I would say.
sure, it's certainly intriguing, but I'm just intrigued by the new Sonic game.
Yeah.
My feeling is like that what you're saying makes sense, but if that was going to be the intention, I would have liked that to have been a narrated gameplay trailer.
Oh, absolutely.
So then they could have been like, hey, today we're going to focus on Sonic's movement. You're in
Yes.
this world and it's all about fucking going, and you're going.
That's
and
what I
you're
thought
going
old
here and-
fucking Jonathan Dornbush, whoever it was at the beginning, was going to
Yeah.
be doing the whole time.
But that's not it, so then I'm left to try to figure out like,
Mhm.
oh, like what's the game?
Yeah.
So Tucker, I'm basically out of things to say. I guess
Yeah, me too.
the final thing I'm curious about is just your fucking gut check reaction. Is this a 2022 game?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's been so long since a new Sonic game that I feel like they've been working on this for a long time. And
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. I don't think it looks unfinished. I think it just looks like they haven't shown us the rest of it. Like I think that I think it is running very well. The minor pop-in I don't think is necessarily an issue. Frankly, I think the game is going to launch with that. I think that the world looks very well rendered and all of that. I absolutely think this is going to be coming out this year.
I feel like it's going to get delayed because it just doesn't. While I get your angle about the mystique of showing this and like
Mhm.
attuning people to the movement and things like
Yeah.
that doesn't feel like the way you reveal your next tentpole AAA Sonic game if it's
Sure.
again 5 months away from release, right? That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. If we had seen this last year, they're like, hey, here's a sneak peek of how you're going to be fucking zipping about in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It's kind of pedal to the metal at this
Yeah.
point, I think.
Though we
And-
also are getting a condensed cycle for this. The fact is that we had
Sure.
not even the name revealed last year, but then when was the name revealed? I don't even remember. Like through a leak or something. But now we're actually getting a full month of information. I think
Yeah.
that maybe the condensedness is what's making you feel like, oh, this isn't quite right, because we're going to be getting pretty much everything that we need to know about the game within a month, and then
Yeah.
if the game comes out 4 months after that, that's plenty enough time for
Sure.
advertisements to be put in and have this trailers for this show up in other people's conferences and stuff. If we get everything in a month, yeah, of course they can launch it in 5 months. That's no problem at all.
Yeah, no, I think that's a fair point. I just can't escape the idea of like when you reveal your game properly, you put the best foot forward.
Yeah.
And they didn't. And if this is, and it would lead me to believe, based on how literally every other game shows reveals themselves,
Yeah.
that this is the best foot that they have,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a 2023 foot.
Sure. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'd be interested to check back in. Maybe we make it a segment on BLB or something to talk about whatever Sonic Frontiers news is. I don't think we're going to be doing trailer reactions to everything that they drop, depending on how often they do them. But
Yeah.
I'm certainly going to be following along with this. I think this is going to be very exciting to keep up with. It's kind of the first Sonic game I've ever cared about, frankly.
And no doubt we'll be back at the end of the month when the
Yeah.
IGN first coverage is wrapped, and we can talk about it again. And before that, Sonic Origins, which I can't fucking wait for. I figured I'd dress for the occasion.
Sonic doesn't wear a shirt. You're only wearing gloves and shoes.
It reminds me of my years peeking through letter drops to look at people in their homes. You know, like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't know. You and I, that's how we connected the first time.
Right. I opened up the letter slot to look at you, and you were looking right back at me.